me now to discuss this is Laura Walker-Beaven, Director of Innovation at Counterweight, a group who are promoting alternative approaches to diversity and inclusion. I mean, what's your reaction, first of all, to the fact that some of the Tory hopefuls have basically been criticising diversity and inclusion, saying it's divisive, it promotes segregation, it's left-wing? I mean, do you agree? And could you just tell us a bit more for our viewers what diversity and inclusion even is?
Yeah, to answer your first question, I do agree with them partly. You know, diversity and inclusion in the way that it's commonly practiced at the moment can be divisive. And I think that it's about changing the narrative from being one of identity politics, which it currently is, to being one of liberalism. Typically, to answer your second question, diversity and inclusion is about creating workforces that are more diverse, and that doesn't just mean race and sex. It means plenty of other characteristics, including diversity of thought, diversity of employment background, education background, personality types.
What are some of the examples, because we hear about microaggressions, unconscious bias. Could you tell us a little bit more about the examples of things that are quite divisive that we're seeing in workplaces, and also why certain companies are adopting them if there doesn't seem to be much evidence that they actually make places more inclusive?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure the audience will have heard so many stories related to this, but one particularly that sticks out is that my conference co-host, Jennifer Richmond, was made to attend a D&I training where they had to take a privilege quiz and then rank themselves based on who has more privilege in the group and who has less. I think there's so many stories like this that just show that we need a radical turnaround of how we approach D&I. I think companies feel a lot of pressure to engage in diversity and inclusion, but are fearful of engaging in approaches that are based on identity politics and woke ideologies.